Okay, so you get a nice even layer of apples on the tart. And then what I have here is a mixture of sugar, cinnamon, and a little bit of a sort of secret ingredient, a little bit of ground coriander, which you could also use any number of sweet spices, allspice, nutmeg, whatever you like. And you want to sprinkle that onto the apple slices, only the apple slices. You don't want to get this on the pastry or it will burn in the oven, and that will make you sad. Just a little bit. I might have gotten a little on the edge. So easy. But this is one of those things where, it comes out of the oven and makes you look like a genius, even if you're not, like me. Now you want to take an egg, crack that, whisk it up a little bit. Maybe put a little water in here too. And we're going to brush the edge. Do you happen to have a pastry brush handy?
Yeah. Big or little?
Little.
Never been used.
Wow.
This is so exciting. We have.
It's the maiden voyage.
Every day I get to use something brand new. It's very exciting.
Oh, that's not working. Okay. Okay. So it's also nice that you might want to thin this out with a little bit of water, and then you just go around the edge of your tart like this, and it makes it nice and shiny on the edge. Also probably a good time to sort of knock off any sugar that's snuck onto the edge of the tart, because again, that will burn. And that is not what you want. And then finally, you want to sprinkle some butter over the apple slices.
No, you want cold butter for this, right?
Yeah, it's easier. Another little trick I learned from Cook's Illustrated magazine, whenever a recipe tells you to dot something with butter, see how it's kind of a little awkward, it kind of sticks to your fingers and whatnot? You take a stick of frozen butter and a box grater and just grate it over the top.
Get out.
That's a good trick.
That's a really good trick.
I think so. A little bit more. If Paula Dean were here, she'd put the whole thing on. But we'll stop there. Okay. I'm sorry? A little white cheddar cheese.
Oh.
That's a good idea. Do you have a question? The question was, if you were serving a dessert wine with this tart, is there something that you would suggest? See, the longer I'm talking, I'm trying to think of some BS answer. No, dessert wine is a sort of a special category in and of itself. Dessert wines are typically very sweet because you're pairing them with sweet desserts. You know how in the morning if you brush your teeth and then drink a glass of orange juice, it's a very bad combination? And the same sort of thing will happen if you drink, say, Cabernet Sauvignon, a regular dry wine, with a very sweet piece of cake or a tart. It's just not gonna make sense. I would probably drink a Sauterne, which is a white dessert wine that has lots of sort of citrusy and pear notes. And did I say? I don't mean citrus. I mean notes of apples and pears and a floral quality to it. But I don't really know dessert wine that well. It's a very interesting side of wine. When I'm having a wine with dessert, what I usually do is I turn to the wine guy in the restaurant and say, "What do you got?" Or I have a cup of coffee. But I think a Sauterne would probably work. That's a very good wine question. Now's the time where we're happy. Oh, look, I just messed it up. This guy needs to go on a sheet pan. I probably should have already put him on there. And then do we have a finished one? Let's bring one out and see how he looks.
Ta-da!
Gonna put that tart in the oven. Oh, wow. So the outside kind of puffs up. The inside gets all sort of roasty and aromatic. You can cut this guy into wedges.
You want on the board?
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you. And it kind of looks like something from a pro bakery, but it's so simple. There are like 5 ingredients in that dessert. Crispy on the edge, nice and soft on the inside. Really good with, let's see if we can get this off this plate. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Let's see. I think there's a spatula there.
This
We
is
wanna try that.
dangerous. This is dangerous.
Right? Yeah.
This is only going to end in tears.
We have a backup. It's okay.
Do we have a backup?
Yeah.
It's like on TV where the food just magically appears.
That was really good. I'm impressed. Yeah.
Thank you.
Doesn't even want to clap for everything.
You guys are being really.
They never clap for me like this.
Well, that's because they know you know what you're doing.
Um,
Now let's say your suggestion of white cheddar cheese would be really great with this. Absolutely. Chef, do you have another clean plate for me? Voila. I really like white plates for presentation.
absolutely.
There are all sorts of decorative plates and fancy china and Wedgwood, but the thing about plates with lots of flowers and designs on them is that, first of all, you can't see that stuff because there's food on it. And I just think this white, it creates a really, I guess chefs would call it negative space. It creates a nice sort of visual, it's like a picture frame for your food. So we'll just put a nice wedge of tart on here, and we'll hit it with a little bit of fresh whipped cream. Oh, boy. Don't want to cover it up. I suppose you could add something like maybe some berries would be really nice with this. Do you have any berries?